Hello and welcome to Animal Watch, and today we'll be introducing this little ickle bickle puppy Jack Russell to the Mighty Maximus, the biggest Caucasian Shepherd in the UK.
The Caucasian Shepherd, the Russian bear dog, the Ovcharka. Formidable, terrifying, famous for being used in Russian prisons to catch escaping convicts, and often not tolerant of other canines. Hence why he is known as such an effective wolf deterrent. But what happens when you introduce a small snappy dog breed to a family, to which the Ovcharka reigns king supreme? Will it be okay, or will it be carnage? Find out soon. Don't go away. The Caucasian Shepherd Ovcharka, or Russian bear dog. He goes by many names. This dog looks like a lion and acts like he is king too. With a terrifying bite force and a dislike of competing canines, which is why he is used to hunt down and dispatch wolves, worrying flocks in the dead of the night. The small Jack Russell, known for being a bit of a, excuse my language, as this tiny pocket rocket can pack a punch, despite being really tiny. His attitude screams big dog, but sadly this confidence can get him into some bad fights when his teeth go to town on the face of a large intolerant dog, as he often lacks manners and good greeting tactics. So what will happen when little new dog Suzy is introduced to Maximus, the largest Caucasian Shepherd in the UK, for the first time, in his own home, on his own turf? Well, here on Animal Watch, we certainly don't want a fight, and we certainly don't want little Suzy torn to shreds. So this episode is going to guide you through a great method of introducing a new small dog to the fold with minimal casualties. Firstly, let's look at Maximus. He is a 5-year-old unneutered male dog, which means he is going to find other male dogs competitive. His breed is one of the most independent flock guardian guard dogs in the world, so his mission is to protect all and everything around him. So first we need to follow some basic rules which will be effective across all breeds. Number 1. It is far safer to choose a dog of the opposite sex, as he will be far less aggressive with a dog which has no sexual competition with him. Number 2, it is always best to choose a dog that is quite a few years removed from your dog's age, as a dog of Maximus's age will have no competition with a small puppy. Equally, he will probably get along with a much older veteran dog, as long as the older dog is neutered and is mild-mannered. Dogs of a similar age will share similar pack goals and will view each other as competition, and a gentle play fight can quickly escalate to a real fight. Number 3, choose a dog that enjoys other dogs' company. Some dog breeds really do not like other dogs, so choose a dog that is known for working in packs and can get along with someone sharing his space. Okay, so Brendan chose Suzy, a tiny puppy of the opposite sex, 5 years younger than Maximus, with different life goals. The only issue is that some Jacks can be feisty, so in order for this relationship to work, we need to teach Suzy not to overstep her status, and for Maximus to understand she is no threat. Stage 1. Always meet on neutral territory. So the first stage is for both dogs to meet one another. This is always best done on neutral ground, a park or area to which neither dog holds territory. For this, we have chosen a green area close to home. Rule number 1, avoid more than 3 seconds of eye contact. The most important rules for a first meeting is to avoid 3 seconds or more of eye contact between the dog. Rule number 2, walk them as a pack, ignoring all the dogs. Walk them immediately as a pack, side by side, ignoring the dogs that you want to meet. This creates pack bonding and alleviates any tension. Most fights occur when eye contact is maintained for more than 3 seconds between dogs, so we need to avoid this. So Suzy meets Maximus and we go straight off walking as a pack and ignore both dogs. This seems to work, and Maximus basically ignored Suzy to a certain degree and saw her as no threat.
Well, that went very, very
Yeah,
well,
very well,
don't
yeah.
you think? I
Very
mean,
well.
he's ignored her, she's ignored him, which is what we sort of want at this
Yeah,
stage.
without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah, they've looked at each other, they've had a little bit of a sniff.
Stage 2. Introduce new puppy to your garden. The next stage is to introduce Suzy into Maximus's garden space. For this, you must be sure your new puppy is safe. If in doubt, have your large dog wear a muzzle, but let them off the leash, as lead tension can often be transferred from a nervous owner to a dog. Plus, it removes the need to guard the owner and allows the dog to express himself and remove himself from any situations that make him uncomfortable. Suzy is introduced to the yard and it goes wonderfully well. Brenda decides to let his females out, which in my opinion are going to be the dogs which in the future are going to be the problem, not Maximus, as they are the same sex as Suzy and also under a year in age, so also have similar life goals. He feels that as they are puppies, letting them all meet in the garden should be okay on this one occasion. But if it is an adult female meeting a new female puppy, I would always have them meet on neutral territory first. It all goes well until Suzy decides to elevate herself onto a higher piece of furniture, a common thing that small dogs do, and end up with her directing a fear bite at one of the boisterous Caucasian Shepherd female puppies, which could have escalated. This is unacceptable behaviour, so Suzy is removed at once and given time away from the pack. Many small dogs will use height to elevate themselves, or a silly owner will mollycoddle the small dog by protecting her and lifting her up. This creates a sense of grandeur in the small dog and also rewards her for her unacceptable behaviour. Any dog which acts impolitely must be kindly and gently removed from the room, so they understand that bad behaviour means that they miss out on what is happening with the humans. This will work over time. Please do not whack your dog. This is cruel and not understood in canine language. The dog will just hate and fear you for this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pop her on the ground, so she's not being elevated or lifted up, and we're just going to let him in and
Let's see we've got
see
Jack
what
Russell.
happens. Yeah.
Finally, we decided that it was time to bring Suzy into the house to meet Maximus. He was giving off all the right signals, basically that he was totally comfortable with Suzy being there and that she didn't really matter to his status or position as top male dog. Suzy naturally ran onto the furniture, climbed high and even climbed on top of Maximus a few times. But if the chemistry is right, just like this clip to when I introduced my female puppy Kiyoshi to my giant male Malamute, then you can take a sigh of relief. Small dogs tend to jump onto furniture and laps, and this is sort of okay if the other dogs are also allowed onto the furniture. Just make sure privileges are not given to the new puppy, and any snapping is immediately addressed by popping them in the hallway to calm down before bringing them back in. As a side note, never let the new puppy run up to the food bowls of established dogs, unless the puppies were born into the house and the maternal mother has already disciplined them, as this could be a very dangerous position to put a tiny dog in, especially if the larger dogs are territorial around their food. A raw diet also means high-value meat is being served, which can create wolf-like instincts to emerge from dogs, which can be directed onto other dogs and even the humans. Be very careful about leaving high-value bones, treats and food on the floor when new dogs arrive. I would advise against this. I personally use nyla bones, as these treats can be enjoyed without the need for overguarding and possible fighting. If you would like to watch the past 2 episodes on the Mighty Maximus, the largest Caucasian Shepherd in the UK, then I will provide you with links at the top of the screen, as well as click-throughs on the description and at the end of this episode. One episode I meet him for the first time, and the other episode he meets small kids and dogs in a local park. If you would like to find out more about Brendan's Caucasian Shepherds, then you can find a link to his website here: www.northwestcaucasianshepherds.co.uk.
Well, I think that's been a huge success. And if you enjoyed this episode of Animal Watch, then give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking the button in the bottom hand corner, and tune in every week where we will be bringing you more amazing episodes on dogs, wolves, animal rescue and conservation. For now.